If I use my own saliva, can I give myself herpes? This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
What a great question. Cathy Vartuli from the intimacydojo.com.
So this person wrote in that they were using their own saliva as lube.
Mm-hmm.
And they have herpes 1,
Mm-hmm.
oral herpes. And they were wondering if
They can give it to themselves down there. I don't know. America, internet, the world. Give us some information. Who's going to Google this?
I would get, if they had it in their mouth and they were shedding, I would think possibly.
I have never heard of somebody who had HSV1 or HSV2. There's actually a lot of different kinds of variations of the herpes virus. Mm-hmm. But the two that we talk about in sex ed, herpes 1, HSV1, HSV2, I have, and one used to be mostly located. It would be the one they would call oral herpes. 2 would be genital herpes. Nowadays, you can have 2 orally. You can have 1 genitally speaking. But I don't think I've ever met anyone who has herpes outbreaks in several locations. Mm-hmm. So it's either orally or genitally. Some people get herpes on their ass, and you can get herpes up by your eyes. But generally speaking, I don't think I've ever met anybody with the same herpes 1 or herpes 2 in 2 locations. I know people who have herpes 1 and 2, mm-hmm. and those are in different locations. So I've never heard of anybody with herpes 1 and 2, both of them orally either. So,
but if you have, please let us know.
Yeah, like this is a question for the internet. What a great question.
Well, and they say also, they went on to say they're in school and they don't want to get tested because they don't want their classmates to know about it. But there are ways to get tested without other people finding out.
Yeah,
if you're concerned.
You don't have to go to health services. I mean, if you're in school, assuming this isn't high school, right? Like colleges, you can usually go get your STD tests at health services. There's some home testing kits, although I don't believe there's a home testing kit for herpes that I know of. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong. Internets, let us know. And you could, if you have the funds, pay for an STD checkup panel at a local lab where they do that. So STDexpress.com I think is a place where you can find a place in your neighborhood if you can pay for a panel, and they will do herpes. That's a couple $100. Some communities have free testing places, but most free testing places don't do herpes unless you're having an outbreak. And then the outbreak is only going to let them confirm that it is indeed what you have, but it's not going to tell you. It's not going to answer the actual question that we started with. Yeah. We have to do some research, and we'll get back to you all. And I'm sure that some really smart, type-happy folks are going to actually give us lots of great answers as well. If you're somebody, who's giving us non-medically accurate information
or advertising some quick cure,
please stop. Please stop. Let's answer the question here that we need to answer. And if I can ask you, please back up your science. And by science, I mean science with a capital S, not science that we haven't proven yet. Mm-hmm. Okay, can we all do that? Thanks.
Thanks very much for the question.
Condoms. Oh my God. I mean, comments, not condoms, but condoms too. Thanks for tuning in, Sex Geek. If you would like to continue with the brain sex, do me a favor and click subscribe right here. If you'd like to watch me on social media, that's where you're going to go. Next video, maybe? And if you really would like your own Sex Geek t-shirt, please click right here, right now. Boop. No, really, like...